So, hello everybody and welcome to the 2019 Chinese Grand Prix race review. And, well, alongside me for today's video is Mr. Meyer, Mr. Jack Meyer. Hello.
Hello.
And, well, I say that. I don't start off by saying, you know, Hamilton wins, Bottas second, Vettel third, because I'd be pretty much summing up the entire race there, because it was kind of boring. But there were still some things going on in the race to make it slightly interesting anyway. So this might be a short video, but don't worry, because we'll try and make it as informative and as entertaining as possible. So, yeah, like I said there, Hamilton won the race by 6.5 seconds from Bottas. Vettel was third, but let's rewind to the start of the race. So Bottas had a bit of wheel spin, and I think he said that when he crossed the start-finish line, the paint or something made it even worse for him. So Hamilton got the lead, and Leclerc got ahead of Vettel. And up until the first hairpin, nothing really much was happening at the start. No one made any collisions. And then Mr. Kvyat, the torpedoed into the side of the McLarens. Mr. Meyer, how did you read that crash?
Well, from the camera, it looked like Sainz had a much better exit than Kvyat, so must have hit Kvyat, which then hit Norris. That's what I can make of it.
Yeah, Kvyat seemed to have oversteer or whatever, and that. Well, that was my initial thoughts anyway. And yeah, he's just deservedly retired from the race. Was Kvyat also? Lando Norris also retired with collision damage. But yeah, after that, really, it was really a race that was shaping up to be quite dull because the Mercedes had the pace today. Were you surprised by that, or or just disappointed about the rest of the field not being able to do anything about those two silver arrows?
Yeah, I was expecting more from the Ferraris due to their straight line speed shown in qualifying, but I don't think that they were using like high uses of their engine power during the entire race, maybe down to the new regulations for engine uses. And I think Mercedes may have just tipped more power into their engine, I guess you could say, for the race.
Yeah, they're definitely strong in the corners. That's been highlighted so many times before, so I won't mention that again for everyone, but until the next video, of course, in Baku. But, or there might even be a video in between us, who knows. But anyway, Vettel third. So do you think team orders are right? Because it seemed like Vettel was definitely faster than Leclerc at that point, and his tyres, of course, when he was behind Leclerc, he suffered so much degradation that when he did get past, he was locking up and he didn't have the grip anymore, being in that dirty air. So do you think that was the right call, or
I guess.
So you think, like, because I know Leclerc was screwed over a little bit with strategy. I think they left him out too late, and yeah, Verstappen got through.
Yeah.
So that was
with the battle between Vettel and Verstappen, I think Vettel's tyre degradation actually played a part of that, meaning he pushed Verstappen off onto the grass a little, but I think it's all in the art of defending.
Yeah, that was probably the only highlight of the race, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That battle was good. It only lasted a couple of seconds, but at least we got that, because otherwise we would have seen absolutely no overtakes.
But it's shown an improvement from Verstappen, because he didn't take out Vettel.
Oh yes, thankfully anyway. But who knows? That could have spiced up the race if there was a crash there. Then who knows? But I think Mercedes, regardless, would have had that under control. Gasly stole the fastest lap off Mercedes and Vettel at the end. But
showing Honda Power had something to give.
You could say that, but I'm not too sure, you know. I think that, unfortunately...
I mean, highlighting it with Verstappen on the straight, being able to catch Vettel. It's showing something, but Honda's really taken a good chance this season, I think.
Yeah, we got to stay positive about Red Bull and Honda, but
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at that, Gasly, 1 minute 29 seconds down the road, and although if you take away his pit stop, he was still over a minute behind the leaders, half a minute behind Verstappen. What race do you think he'll be sacked at?
I think give it to maybe after Monaco.
I'm saying Spain again, because I know they did that with Kvyat. Feeling that he's
But
going
I
to
think
cause a
Gasly will
crash.
pull something spectacular or high place finish and give them a little more confidence, but then he'll bottle it.
Yeah, I think the next race, Baku, if Gasly, he's either gonna cause controversy, like by crashing, or cause a bit of drama in Baku, that's gonna cause a safety car, or something else is gonna happen. That means Gasly's gonna inherit a fantastic result there. I've just got a feeling that's gonna happen. So the next race, I think, is crucial for his Red Bull racing career, because at the moment he is just dreadfully slow. I think Gamer Mika could drive. Well, actually, no, that's not true. But you know what I mean. It's just so. It's so disappointing as well to see, and Red Bull have definitely got to question themselves whether that was the right call to put Gasly in the Red Bull and not go for someone else.
It's all to be waited and seen.
Indeed, but just to run through the other points finishers, Ricciardo 7th, had a bit of a lonely race. 8th is Perez, Raikkonen 9th, and Albon 10th from the pit lane has got himself 10th, driver of the day, and rightly so.
Showing good pace. To be honest, I think he may even tip Kvyat for the Red Bull seat.
Well, certainly just judging by this race, and Bahrain as well, although Kvyat did get spun around, I think definitely Albon's looking really good to be a replacement. Because before, I'd say Albon and Kvyat, Kvyat might have been a favourite after Australia's race, but this crash today shows that he's just not good enough, I think.
He hasn't, changed, you could say.
Yeah.
He's still making common errors.
And at this level,
if they're his fault or not.
Yeah, at this level it's just inexcusable to be making mistakes like that. And he was on for good points today, and instead he's retired. Also Hulkenberg retiring with a power unit engine failure or something on lap 16.
I'm very sad with that.
It's Renault at the end of the day, but...
Yeah, honestly, he still always has to ask the question, season after season, does Hulkenberg deserve a podium at some point in his career?
I think yes.
Considering how long he's been going.
I think yes, but you've also got to argue that he's had not a lot of opportunities to get a podium, but he's had a few, and he's just ruined it, bottled it in a sense. Like Belgium, Brazil 2012, he could have won that race if he didn't crash into Hamilton.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Grosjean 11th, Stroll 12th, Magnussen 13th, Haas, good in qualifying, nowhere in the race, unfortunately for them. But they were in the mix.
The commentators' points in qualifying that Haas have good machinery for qualifying, but then nothing for the race.
Yeah, wait, did you say that in the last video? Is that what you're saying? Or?
No, I'm saying that qualifying commentator mentioned that Haas are good in qualifying, but bad in the race.
Oh, okay, right, I see.
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to. Anyway, but yeah. One last thing about Alex Albon. He's the complete opposite of Rio Haryanto. To be honest, I think he should have been the first Indonesian in Formula 1 instead of Haryanto.
He's from Thailand.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna go leave. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
I'm
no,
not
don't worry.
qualified to be doing this sort of stuff.
Don't worry, we're gonna take you through the rest. No, you don't have to actually go. I hope he's joking about that. But anyway, Signs is
Yeah.
13th. Signs Junior, I should say. Not 13th. Signs Junior's 14th. Giovinazzi 15th. Of course, Signs ruining. Well, his race was ruined really. I think a little bit with that collision. But Giovinazzi did an okay race, but you know that power unit, whatever happened in qualifying failure, really did cost him in the end, it seems.
I mean,
yeah.
he never really had any chance to do any laps during the entire weekend.
Yeah, exactly. So,
He had to rely on a simulator.
being the wooden spoon, except Williams, of course, you gotta say that is an okay race despite everything that's to happen this weekend for him. But Williams, 2 laps down in the end, so they're making progress. I think the last race, if I check, I think they were 3 laps down. So in that respect, they're getting better slightly.
Yeah.
And I've just realised that that is not the case. In Bahrain, it was +1 lap, and Kubica was +2 laps.
Alright, so they're going downhill.
Yeah, although it's a different track and everything, and there's a safety car at the end, wasn't there? So, of Bahrain.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a step up from Australia. +2 laps for Russell, +3 for Kubica. Kubica slightly stronger this weekend, I would say. Would you say? Which is good to see. But apart from that, I think that's everything. Pretty much covered. Norris, Kvyat, Hulkenberg retiring. And championship standings, Hamilton leads now by 8 minus 2 is
6.
6 points. But Verstappen third, about 30 points behind Vettel, Leclerc on a similar points gap. Not the best of starts to the season if we want to see inter-teams battling for the championship. But what do you think looking ahead to Baku? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, judging that Ferrari do actually have the stronger power unit, it should be good for them. But I do think Honda will do something at Baku, albeit either success or failure. Don't know which. But it really is up to Ferrari if they could challenge for a victory against Mercedes, because time after time we know that Mercedes, they always have a dominant power unit, and I feel like that this year is going to be topped.
They're having the best season ever, I think. Just recalling to previous, like from 2014, 2015 and 2016, I don't think they've had this good a start to the season ever. I think 1992 was the last time a team got 1 season the first 3 races. That was Williams.
Good point.
And they won the championship that year.
So that means I won't be becoming a Swansea City fan. Told ya.
So annoying. Alright. Anyway, so that is the end of this review before I start,
Crying.
or worse. So, thank you for watching, everyone. And my quick predictions for Baku, by the way, is, well, I know that, again, like I said in yesterday's video, I know what I could say what I want from the results in 2 weeks' time, but I know what's gonna happen instead. Mercedes 1-2, Ferrari are gonna be quick down the straights, they're gonna be leading, and then some randomness of randomnesses. But
We'll call
Mercedes,
Vettel to spin. They'll say a squirrel came onto the track when really a squirrel was in the tree and he was just dazing at it.
oh my gosh. Alright, For my Baku predictions, I'm going for my wacky Baku predictions. I'm going to say there's going to be a pile up into the castle section. Don't know who's going to cause it. Maybe Kvyat, I don't know, or Gasly, fighting for his career, or someone's going to flip upside down. Those are my two wacky
All
predictions.
to be seen.
Are you going to put in a wacky prediction, or shall I say goodbye?
I think it's just going to be an average race.
And with that, thank you for watching our average review. Hopefully it wasn't too average for everyone, but the race was very average, so what else could we have done, really? Hamilton led every single lap, by the way, as well, just to note.
Nothing can be done to stop him.
Unless you put Alonso in Bottas' seat. But anyway, that is it for today's video. Or even if you put Vettel, I think, in the Mercedes, he'd have a go at Hamilton, definitely. But that is a topic for another day. Because today's been all about Mercedes, unfortunately, making Formula 1 boring again. Wow, who would have thought that? So, thank you for watching, everybody. And until next time, goodbye. Damon Hill.
Damon Hill.